Justin Bieber surprising an Indian bride on her big day and posing with her squad while leaving the internet absolutely impressed is one of those magical celebrity moments that reminds us why people love stars in the first place, because they carry with them not only the weight of their fame and music and artistry, but also the ability to make ordinary days extraordinary. And in this case, it became a headline that went far beyond the wedding itself. It showed the human side of Justin, the young man who went from being a Canadian teenager singing on YouTube to becoming one of the biggest pop sensations in the world. And while his career has seen highs and lows from sold-out stadiums to difficult moments with health and public pressure, he has consistently managed to reinvent himself and find joy in little things like showing up for fans and spreading happiness. And this gesture reminded people of the global reach of celebrities, because whether it is in India, America, Europe, or anywhere else, fans feel a deep connection with these stars who shape soundtracks of their lives. And speaking of global icons, we cannot forget the rise of Priyanka Chopra Jonas, who, much like Justin, has had a story filled with resilience, beauty, and reinvention, beginning her journey in India as Miss World, and then stepping into Bollywood, where she became one of the most powerful actresses before crossing borders into Hollywood and taking on television, music, and film projects while also advocating for women empowerment and global causes. She stands as an inspiration for millions, and her story blends perfectly with the global reach of celebrities today, who are not bound by geography or language, but who manage to connect people from different cultures and backgrounds. And while Justin takes pictures at an Indian wedding, Priyanka builds bridges across industries and continents, proving that the world of entertainment is truly universal. And this is why fans stay captivated. Because every celebrity has a journey that feels like a movie script itself. Whether it is Selena Gomez, who started out as a Disney child star and then transformed into a global musician, entrepreneur, and mental health advocate, or whether it is Shah Rukh Khan, the king of Bollywood, who rose from humble beginnings in Delhi to become one of the most beloved actors in the world, with billions of fans and endless charisma. And what ties all these stories together is the way fame collides with humanity, showing us the successes, the struggles, the comebacks, and the iconic moments that become part of culture forever. And this is why people love to hear these stories and keep listening, because there is always another twist, another comeback, another way that a star connects to the world. And as the story of Justin Bieber bringing joy to a wedding spreads across social media, we find ourselves diving deeper into the world of celebrities who have time and again proven that their lives are not only about glitz and glamour, but also about genuine connections with people. And this takes us to Taylor Swift, who has become not only one of the most successful musicians in history, but also one of the most powerful voices of an entire generation, because she took the pain of rejection in her early career and turned it into lyrics that resonate with millions. And as she reclaims her masters with the re-recorded Taylor's version albums, she has shown resilience that inspires not only fans, but fellow artists too. And in a way, her story mirrors the perseverance of global stars like BTS, who started with small stages in South Korea and climbed step by step to become the biggest boy band in the world, conquering stadiums, breaking Billboard records, and uniting a fandom that stretches across every continent. And what makes their journey so captivating is not just their music, but their humility, the way they use their influence for positive campaigns like Love Myself with UNICEF, and the way they open conversations about mental health and self-love. And these threads of resilience and positivity carry us into the journeys of stars like Beyoncé, who has reinvented what it means to be an entertainer by pushing boundaries in music, fashion, film, and social justice, creating visuals and albums that become cultural moments from Lemonade to Renaissance, while at the same time balancing her role as a mother and a role model for women everywhere. And much like Beyoncé, her husband Jay-Z has built an empire from the streets of Brooklyn to the heights of business, showing that hip-hop is not just music, but a movement that can change industries and lives. And together they represent the kind of influence celebrities hold when they merge art with activism, business with generosity, and success with legacy. And just as their story inspires fans around the globe, we see echoes of the same in figures like Virat Kohli in India, who took his passion for cricket and turned it into an international success story, while also being admired for his discipline, fitness, and leadership. And his partnership with Bollywood actress Anushka Sharma makes them one of the most talked about couples in both sports and cinema, and their balance of careers with charity, work, animal welfare, and parenthood adds a deeply human layer to their fame. And these are the kind of narratives that keep audiences hooked, whether it is Justin in India or Taylor in America, or BTS in Korea, because they reveal that behind the lights and cameras, celebrities are storytellers, leaders, and dreamers who remind us what is possible when talent meets perseverance. And as we journey deeper into the world of celebrities, we cannot miss the extraordinary comeback story of Robert Downey Jr., whose life reads like the script of a Hollywood film. Because after battling personal struggles and legal troubles that nearly ended his career, he rose from the ashes to become Iron Man, the face of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and a symbol of redemption showing millions that no matter how far one falls, there is always a chance to rise again. And that theme of resilience echoes in the journey of Ariana Grande, who went from being a Nickelodeon star to one of the biggest pop singers in the world. Her voice soaring across stadiums, her music blending vulnerability with strength, and her story of surviving tragedy like the Manchester attack only to come back stronger and more committed to spreading love through her music, makes her one of the most inspiring artists of this generation. And when we talk about legends of resilience, we must turn our eyes to Michael Jackson, the king of pop, whose artistry broke every barrier and redefined entertainment. His stage presence, his voice, his dance, and his vision created a legacy that continues to inspire young artists today, despite the controversies. His influence remains unmatched, shaping music videos, live shows, and even fashion. And in the same breath, Madonna deserves mention because she taught the world that reinvention is an art form, and through decades, she has adapted, reinvented, and challenged society with bold performances and timeless hits, proving that longevity in fame comes not from standing still, but from daring to evolve. And these stories pave the way for us to look at modern icons like Rihanna, who not only dominated the charts with hit after hit, but also built a fashion and beauty empire with Fenty revolutionizing inclusivity in the industry, while still giving back through her charitable foundation and inspiring millions with her unapologetic confidence. And when we shift our lens to Bollywood, we see the brilliance of Shah Rukh Khan, the king of Bollywood who came from humble beginnings in Delhi to become a global superstar. His charm, his perseverance, and his ability to connect with fans across cultures make him one of the most beloved actors in the world, and his dedication to philanthropy, education, and child health further amplify his influence beyond cinema. And it is in these transitions from music to film, from east to west, that we truly realize how interconnected the celebrity world has become, and how their stories, though unique, are united by themes of struggle, triumph, love, and legacy. And as we continue this journey into the ever-evolving world of celebrities, we find ourselves inspired by Selena Gomez, whose career blossomed from her early days on Disney Channel into a multifaceted empire that spans music, acting, and business. But what makes her story even more moving is her openness about her struggles with mental health, and lupus, showing the world that strength is not in hiding pain, but in embracing vulnerability and using it to uplift others. And this theme of resilience is echoed in the life of Priyanka Chopra, who began her career winning Miss World and went on to conquer Bollywood before breaking into Hollywood with Quantico and global blockbusters, proving that with relentless hard work, barriers can be shattered and bridges can be built between cultures and industries. And then there is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, whose journey from football dreams cut short to professional wrestling superstardom and ultimately to becoming one of the highest paid actors in Hollywood shows the power of adaptability, charisma, and relentless work ethic. He inspires fans not just with his movies, but with his personal mantra of rising at dawn, training hard, and spreading positivity to millions every day. And in the realm of sports legends, we cannot ignore Lionel Messi, whose story is one of sheer perseverance, overcoming a childhood condition to rise into one of the greatest footballers the world has ever seen. His artistry on the field, his humility off it, and his record-breaking achievements make him a true icon, whose name will live in history. And in parallel, Cristiano Ronaldo, with his tireless dedication, discipline, and unmatched athleticism, stands as another example of how relentless drive can push human limits, and their rivalry has not just defined an era of football, but has also inspired countless young athletes across the globe to dream bigger and work harder. And speaking of inspiration, Lady Gaga reminds us of the power of authenticity as she blends music, acting, and activism, creating not just performances, but experiences that push boundaries while her foundation born. This way uplifts young people around the world, encouraging kindness and mental health awareness. And her Oscar-winning role in A Star Is Born added another layer to her artistry, while her friendship with fans, the Little Monsters, continues to be one of the most heartfelt bonds in celebrity culture. And then we move to Beyoncé, whose career stands as a blueprint of perfection, dedication, and vision. Because every performance, every album, and every public appearance reflects years of hard work, innovation, and a determination to set the highest standards in art, fashion, and culture. She is not just a singer, but a force of movement and an inspiration to generations. And as we dive deeper into this incredible world of resilience and artistry, we cannot miss Taylor Swift, whose journey from a teenage country music prodigy to a global pop phenomenon is nothing short of extraordinary, because her songwriting has become the diary of an entire generation, weaving together stories of love, heartbreak, empowerment, and reinvention, and her battle to reclaim her music. Masters revealed not only her strength, but also set a precedent in the industry about ownership and artistic rights, showing that even in the face of powerful corporations, an artist can stand tall and shift the conversation. And at the same time, Billie Eilish burst onto the scene, rewriting every rule of stardom with her hauntingly unique sound, her raw lyrics, and her unapologetic individuality. She showed the world that you do not need to conform to shine, and her brother Phineas by her side made her journey even more inspiring, proving that creativity, family, and authenticity can create a global phenomenon. And when we look across the globe, BTS stands as a symbol of unity and inspiration, because their rise from a small South Korean label to becoming the biggest boy band in the world speaks volumes about persistence, talent, and the power of fan love. Their army spans continents, connecting millions of hearts across cultures, languages, and nations, and their music has not only broken records, but has also given courage to young people struggling with self-identity, mental health, and belonging. And then there is Ed Sheeran, whose humble beginnings as a busker, sleeping on couches and playing tiny gigs, shaped him into one of the most successful singer-songwriters of this era. His ability to blend heartfelt lyrics with simple melodies makes his music timeless, and his down-to-earth nature makes fans feel like he is one of them. Despite his superstardom, and across the ocean, we see Rihanna, whose transformation from a teenage singer in Barbados to a global icon of music, business, and philanthropy is awe-inspiring, because her Fenty empire revolutionized beauty by embracing inclusivity and diversity, and her influence stretches far beyond the stage, making her a beacon of modern entrepreneurship and empowerment. And in a similar spirit of reinvention, Miley Cyrus has continued to surprise the world, evolving from her Hannah Montana days into a fearless artist who constantly reinvents her image and sound, embracing her struggles and triumphs publicly, and showing fans that growth is not always linear, but always powerful. And speaking of reinvention, Jennifer Lopez shines as an unstoppable force of music, film, fashion, and business, balancing decades of fame with the ability to remain relevant through every cultural shift while continuing to inspire with her energy, discipline, and artistry. And as we reach the end of this incredible journey through the world of celebrities, what becomes clear is that beyond the flashing lights, the viral headlines, and the glamorous appearances lies a collection of human stories filled with triumph, heartbreak, resilience, and the pursuit of meaning. Because every artist we explored, from Justin Bieber finding his way back to love and balance to Taylor Swift, rewriting the rules of artistic ownership, to BTS connecting millions across the globe, to Rihanna shaping industries and inspiring inclusivity, shows us that fame is not just about entertainment. It is about influence, responsibility, and the courage to keep moving forward. Despite challenges, these stars remind us that behind the perfection, we often see there are struggles that mirror our own, and victories that give us hope. And it is this mixture of vulnerability and strength that keeps us inspired and connected. And as fans, we realize we are not just watching their lives unfold. We are part of a shared story of music, culture, and human resilience. So as the curtain falls on this narrative, one question lingers in the air. What does the future hold for these icons and the ones who will rise after them? Will they continue to use their platforms for positive change, or will fame take them in directions no one can predict? The answer lies ahead. But one thing is certain: their journeys will continue to inspire, spark conversations, and remind us that even in a world of fame and fortune, the most powerful stories are those of perseverance, humanity, and love. And with that, we invite you to share your thoughts in the comments below. Do you believe these celebrities are shaping the future for the better, or do you think their biggest chapters are still unwritten? Make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss another powerful story just like this one, because the journey of inspiration never ends, and together we will keep exploring the lives that shape the world we live in today and tomorrow.